Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
Land prices are at a premium these days, at least on Earth. So if you're in the market for a homestead, you may want to look a few thousand light years away. Here are the list of 5 people who are selling land on and in outer space. Number 5. Spanish woman selling land on the sun. A Spanish woman who was banned from selling plots on the sun on eBay has won the right to take the online auction site to court. Maria Angeles Duran first claimed she owned the star at the center of the solar system back in 2010 when she threatened to bill solar power users. Having had the celestial body registered in her name at a local notary office in Spain, the 54-year-old later opened an eBay account selling off square meter plots for the bargain price of just €1.74. Buyers even got an official-looking certificate of ownership with their purchase. When the online marketplace noticed her outrageous claims 2 years later, they said the advert was in breach of its intangible goods policy and blocked her account. The enterprising businesswoman had threatened to sue the online giant, saying the move amounts to a breach of contract, and incredibly, one Spanish court has recognized her claim. Number 4. Meet the man who owns the moon. Dennis Hope. He'll tell you he's the richest man on Earth. In fact, he'll say he's the richest man in the solar system. Why? Because as far as he's concerned, he owns most of it. In the early 1980s, Hope, then unemployed for about a year, thought he'd be a good property owner and could make a living by managing real estate. He looked out the window and saw more unclaimed property than he could possibly fathom: the moon. He remembered a tidbit from a political science course he took in college. The 1967 United Nations Outer Space Treaty said no country could own the moon, but it says nothing about individuals. Hope wrote a letter to the United Nations saying the moon was his and asked the group to come up with a legal reason why an individual could not claim ownership of the moon. He never heard back. Since then, he's sold more than 611 million acres of land on the moon. Individual 1-acre lots sell for $19.95, $36.50 after a lunar tax and shipping and handling of the deed. And there are discounts for larger plots. He once sold a country-sized plot of land, 2.66 million acres, for $250,000. He sold plots on the moon to 3 former presidents: George H.W. Bush, Jimmy Carter, and Ronald Reagan. He's president of the Galactic Government, a democratic republic that represents landowners on the moon and some of his other properties. According to Tanya Mason-Zwan, president of the International Institute of Space Law, the United Nations never responded because the treaty applies to both countries and its citizens, she told National Geographic. Number 3. A British doctor is selling land on Mars for 10 acres per penny. A British doctor who has laid claim to the legal ownership of Mars is selling the red planet bit by bit for a £27 million price tag, despite no one yet legally owning any of the celestial land. Dr. Phil Davies, 49, from Hampshire, claims to have a legally well-constructed claim to land on planet Mars that could be ratified by the United Nations next year. Through the website Mars.sale, he is offering people the chance to buy 10 acres of Mars for just $1, giving the 144.8-kilometer squared neighbor of Earth a total value of $35.8 million. So far, 1,100 people have chipped in, meaning 11,000 acres of Mars have been sold. But Dr. Davies and his team claim the action is not about cash, but safeguarding the future of space and improving the Outer Space Treaty, OST, the only current law governing activities in space, which he says cannot tackle planned mining of asteroids for platinum and who owns them, or even taking nuclear weapons into space. Want to buy a piece? Right now, Davies Group is offering parcels of land for £395 British. So is this for real or a scam? According to the Lunar Embassy website, their legal basis for ownership is that no one can become the legal owner of an extraterrestrial body if you are the first one who claimed it, and that is the Lunar Embassy. Number 2. land for sale on Venus at astronomical prices. Just when we thought the season of sales would be ending, a company is to make us an offer quite simply out of this world. The solar system is to be marketed. And for a mere £20, including VAT, Britons can buy their very own piece of the red planet. And shortly afterwards, just in time for Valentine's Day, Venus will join it on the shelves at the same price. The Cornish-based company behind the scheme, Moon Estates, has been selling plots of land on the moon since September. This has gone so well that they have now decided to explore business options outside Earth's orbit, and they believe that what they are doing is perfectly legal. Ready to buy a piece of land on Venus? Number 1. Yes, you heard right. Land on Uranus for sale. Uranus has always been left out when it comes to missions to our near neighbors, but now there are serious attempts to buy land on this toxic gas planet. Spacecraft have been sent to Mercury, Mars, Venus, Saturn, and Jupiter. There is even one on its way to non-planet Pluto. Uranus has only ever qualified for the planetary equivalent of a presidential brush-by when Voyager 2 sped past on its way to the edge of the solar system in 1986. But Uranus, pronounced Uranus in polite astronomical circles, does not deserve its dull or comic reputation. In fact, it is one of the most interesting, exciting, and downright weird planets that we know of. With a volume 60 times that of Earth, Uranus is a compressed mass of toxic gases, including methane, ammonia, and hydrogen sulfide, surrounding a small rocky core. DavidRenke.com website is selling parcels of land on Uranus. You can claim stake on Uranus with a 1-acre land package for just $19. It includes a deed with landowner's name, NASA ebook, cool facts about Uranus ebook, and more, valued at $40. With today's deal from Planet Uranus for sale, you can journey where no man has gone before, Uranus. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.